Thank you, guys. Thank you all for being here. And I really appreciate your coming here. I know you guys are really busy trying to cover the process in many places. So thank you for being here. So let's get straight to it. So firstly, we want to commend the efforts of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, our diligent security operatives, and the people and government of these three states where election is happening for their unwavering commitment to, so far, a peaceful, free, fair process, as we've seen. You know, with our diligent, user-based diligent election observers, which we've deployed across these three states, and an efficient team operating in our situation room here in Kogi, we're actively observing, verifying, and promptly reporting via our election intelligence tool, userbe.org, and are well on our X feed, that's Twitter, at userbe_ng. So it's heartening to report that the overall atmosphere in all the three states where election is holding today, Kogi, Bayelsa, Imo State, has been peaceful and calm. Permit me to comment again the INEC for their early deployment of their ad hoc staff and materials, which ensured the early commencement of voting in various wards across these three states. Notably, we also observed that priority voting for the elderly has been observed in most locations, like we witnessed in Mokpa, Muro LGA in Kogi, that's Pandaya Market, and Ekeremo local government area, Ayama Ward in Bayelsa, amongst others. We are glad that priority voting is becoming a norm in our electoral process, and we commend INEC for this. However, we have identified some concerns that demand attention. In Ajokuta local government area, at polling unit name called Second 200 Community Open Space Borehole, polling unit 043 in Kogi State here, our observers were stopped or rather impeded from taking pictures by security personnel. I mean, the security personnel there stopped them from taking pictures. So this goes to tell us even some of our security personnel do not completely understand the role of the civil society and election observers. Of course, we have the right to take pictures and document these things in polling units. So our observers in this particular polling unit were harassed, basically, from taking pictures and in this place. So literally, they stopped them from doing their work. In Bayelsa, we witnessed delayed voting in Canterbury Comp Ward of Sabama local government area due to the absence of party agents and late arrival of INEC officials at Yenegoa Fankpo Square Ward. An incident in Ekeremo local government area as the Dekorenyine Square Ward involved an individual attempting to abscond with INEC materials, but citizens resolved the situation without injuries. This stands as a testament to the collective power of the masses to ensure that we'll have elections, peaceful elections. At Ekembutu Market Square Ward of Umbitiolu local government area in Imo State, the beavers machine malfunctioned as it was displaying Chinese language, causing a delay that was much later rectified. We express this concern because we believe that INEC is supposed to have trained the ad hoc staffs well to understand and handle these beavers devices more efficiently. This caused a lot of delay in this polling unit, and this is something INEC needs to look into going forward. While we cannot conclusively speak to voter turnout at this time, but we've noticed low voter turnout in some polling units in parts of some of these states, like we observed in Owerri North at Oku Orata Primary School Ward. Disturbingly, in Bayelsa, Market Square, Ojia Town Ward of Ogwea local government area, verified reports of vote buying have surfaced with amounts starting from 15,000 naira, but in the last just 20 minutes now, reports just came in that vote buying has moved from 15,000 naira to as high as 30,000 naira in Ogwea local government, which is Market Square, Ojia Town Ward. And in some places in Imo State, like we observed in Amuku, Umuawaka Square Ward of Njaba local government area, Imo State, we observed vote trading going for as low as 1,000 naira. This practice is disturbing, and stakeholders must ensure that we halt this evil practice. As we anticipate further development as voting is gradually coming to an end in many polling units across these states, you are aware that voting starts by 2:30 p.m. In many polling across these states, the sorting, counting, collation of results. We earnestly call upon all stakeholders to maintain their commitment to a peaceful electoral process. We implore the security personnel to be at alert, as history has shown that the tendency for violence gets higher during this phase of our elections. So the security agencies should ensure the continued security of the electoral proceedings. We also implore INEC officials to carry out their duties with efficiency. Most importantly, we call on INEC to ensure that polling unit results are electronically transmitted from the polling units to the INEC Result Viewing Portal, IREV, to promote transparent result management and a timely collation process, as this is yet another opportunity for INEC to redeem their image and build trust in our electoral process. Additionally, we urge citizens to actively participate in upholding a peaceful atmosphere and exercising their democratic rights responsibly. Together, let us contribute to the success and integrity of the ongoing electoral process. At Connected Development Code, we stand resolute in our commitment to supporting a transparent, accountable, and fair electoral process. Your unwavering dedication to responsible journalism harmonizes perfectly with these shared objectives. Once again, we express our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of the elections thus far. We maintain confidence in the continuity of a smooth.
First, just to add to my colleague's voice, it is timely for INEC to swiftly investigate this matter so that they can provide public knowledge and information and also build public trust around the electoral process. On the issue of voter turnout, we can see that the numbers from Kogi State are encouraging, but sadly the numbers in Imo and Bayelsa are not encouraging. It's too early for now to tell in terms of putting side by side the numbers of PVC that is collected and the numbers of people that actually cast their ballot. It is really early, but from the field, in Kogi State, we saw a lot of, particularly women, older people, and people with disability have come out to, fulfill their civic duty. So it's too early to say. On the issue of security, and I think to be fair, when the campaign was ongoing, we all know that most of these candidates were inciting, they're making inciting statements, and even sometimes threatening to unleash violence and mayhem. And from the commitment of the Inspector General of Police and also the commitment of the National Security Advisor when they met with the INEC chairman, they said that they were going to deploy as many personnel as possible to curtail any form of violence. So this presence of security was because of the behavior of the political actors, which made the atmosphere tense. But we also know that some electorates were really happy, and we saw videos of them jubilating. And I interacted with the electorate at the polling unit. They said they actually came out en masse because there was presence of security personnel, which is guaranteeing safety of protection of life and properties. And we can see that here in Kogi, there's not been any case or incident of any form of violence. So I think that this off-cycle election have given enough deployment of security to guarantee safety of life and property. I know that as we go into the learnings and the gaps that we would observe as voting close, this is something we would inform our report, but most importantly approach the 10th National Assembly to look at what are the gaps in the Electoral Act. I agree that Nigeria hopefully will get to a society where we don't have to deploy security personnel during election. We hope to get to a point where people will go about their businesses and just stroll into polling unit, cast their ballot, and continue their business. In other climes, because Connected Development has observed election in Kenya and the United States of America, in Liberia, usually they don't even restrict movement. It's just an everyday life where they just walk into a polling unit, get accredited and cast their ballot. Hopefully Nigeria will get to that atmosphere, but we think that this also informs our value and how our political actors behave during campaign season.